Oh, man. Oh, Jesus. Oh, that orchestra, come on. This is like porn. Holy fuck. Oh. Chef's goddamn kiss.
There was only one chip.
One? Are you sure?
Yes. They called it the Pillar of Autumn.
This shit right here belongs in a fucking IMAX movie theater.
It fled as we set
My mind was so blown as a kid. Seeing this shit, I was like, this is a movie.
Were you blinded by its majesty?
And then
Paralyzed? Dumbstruck?
And then there's what Paramount Plus did.
Yet the humans were able to evade your ships, land on the sacred ring, and
Oh man,
desiccate it with
the
their
fucking
filthy
background
footsteps.
music, everything. Ugh.
Surely you understand that once the parasite attacked,
Man, Xbox, what happened?
Order in this council. You were right to focus.
Halo
your
3, Halo Reach, man, though, these were like world events.
Master Chief.
by the time I learned the demon's intent,
Halo was fucking just king.
I could do.
No part of Halo was ever worried about Call of Duty, and just to look at where Halo's at now, God.
Gone on long enough. Make an example of this bungler. The council demands it.
I remember,
You
so
are one of our most treasured instruments.
my mom to this day gets major points for this, but
With honor and distinction.
I got to go to the midnight release of this game, which, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I feel like this was the first ever midnight release. By the way, anyone upset I'm talking over the cutscene, I can't help it.
I will continue my campaign against the humans.
This was
No,
peak.
you will not.
And then, you know what? My mom to kind of kick me in the nuts was like, when we get home, you have to go right to bed. Because this came out on a Thursday.
Great journey shall
So at midnight, and my mom was like, you have school tomorrow. And I was like, yeah, but it's Friday.
heresy will stay your feet, and you shall be left behind.
We got home, and I watched this cutscene and then turned off my Xbox. This is obviously the remaster, too, that they made. I'm really hoping they do it for 3. I doubt it, though. Listen, I sounded very critical of Halo. Halo Infinite was actually fun as hell.
There's viscosity throughout the gel layer.
Like, there's nothing wrong with Halo Infinite.
And let's not even talk about the power supply.
I loved the story. I loved the open world. The fucking, what is it, that grappling hook. It made the game feel like fucking Spider-Man mixed with Zelda. It was a great idea. I really like Infinite. I didn't even mind, I didn't mind 4 and 5. My biggest issue with 4 and 5 was that I played them once, and that was kind of all I felt was necessary.
Please look at the top light. Good. Now look at the bottom light.
Like,
All right. Look at the top light again.
when I played 1, 2, and 3, I was like, oh, so I'm
Okay.
replaying this 400 more times. Got it.
Move around a little. Get a feel for it. When you're ready, come meet me.
Here's the thing, too. I really liked 5. 5 felt like they were trying to steal from Gears, but they didn't quite steal from Gears, and it was like perfectly in the middle. I loved Spartan Locke,
Energy shields. Your new armor shields are extremely
but
resilient. Very
I don't know. There was something about the story
See, they recharge a lot
that just made me
faster.
say, you know what? I've beaten this. Let's move on.
If your shields go down, find
My
some
God.
cover, wait for the meter to
This has to be the best sequel of all time
Hide behind me.
in a video game. There's no... I don't care. I don't care what your favorite sequel is. That's not what I'm talking about. Halo 1 redefined the console multiplayer shooter. GoldenEye did it first. GoldenEye was like, oh my god, we can have a first-person shooter, and it doesn't have to suck ass like fucking Duke Nukem or Doom. You can put the gun to the right. You know, you can reload, like... Not that those other games didn't have it, but you know what I mean. Like, he puts the gun down. It's not just the number going up on a screen. Anyways. Man, I've said it several times on this episode, but played Halo at a friend's house one time for a sleepover. We replayed Halo 1. We kept playing that snow level, the cartographer. What else did we play? That one where you rescue Commander Keyes. Oh, God. Look at this. Why does no other remake do this? You should have been able to do this in Resident Evil 4 Remake. Look at how cool that is. This is what I played on the original Xbox. And then here's the remaster on the Xbox One. Which, by the way, when's the Halo 3 remake happening? This game, though, just expectations were so fucking high. Okay, it's hard to do a sequel. I mean, hell, Tears of the Kingdom and God of War Ragnarok fucking nailed it. Regardless of what your dumbass opinion is, by all accounts, they nailed it. Ragnarok won like 6 or 7 awards at the Gaming Awards. No, it didn't win Game of the Year. Elden Ring rightfully got it, but still, dude. I'll tell you what, Spider-Man 2 would have been real happy with fucking 6 awards this year, okay? It didn't win the big award, but it won more award. It was the most awarded game of the night. Tears of the Kingdom also found a way to sneak itself into a stacked-ass year, so... And people look at those and go, boo! DLC doesn't count. Nobody had a bad opinion about Halo 2. Nobody. I went to school the next day as like the cool kid whose mom took him to GameStop at midnight. And I was like, guys, it's so fucking cool. You meet the guys who are in charge of the Covenant, and the Master Chief has upgraded armor, and somehow that black sergeant made it, even though if you beat Halo 1 on Legendary, he very much does not make it. Spoilers for a fucking 23-year-old game. If you beat Halo on Legendary, there's a secret ending at the end where it's that black sergeant guy right there and an elite, and they're arguing over a gun, like playing tug of war with it, and the Pillar of Autumn explodes and Halo explodes with it, and it's like, it's heavily fucking implied that he died. God, this is setting up such a good story. One event, Master Chief's being praised. This guy's being shit on. Who made it off of Halo? Halo fucking exploded, and it was implied that like just Master Chief made it off.
With the highest traditions of military service. His bravery in the face of impossible odds reflects great credit upon himself and the
God,
UN.
Paramount Plus, what was your deal?
Lost one of its best.
The show is garbage. I pirated it too, by the way, season 1, and I will not be watching season 2. When I read that the producers and executives said they were not going to honor the source material but do their own thing with the story, I was like, what are you even making it for then? Oh man, that would suck. You would pass out from pain.
Slip space ruptures directly off our battle cluster.
Show me.
15 Covenant
Yeah, this is an
forces
insane
outside
cutscene.
the
This is
zone.
insanely good looking.
Fleet Admiral Harper, we are engaging the enemy. Negative, Admiral. Form a defensive perimeter around the cluster. Commander, get to your ship. Link up with the fleet.
I did the same thing with Halo 3 too. I was a little bit older. Me and my girlfriend at the time went to the midnight release of Halo 3, and that was nuts. I brought that shit back to college, and we were the most popular room on the floor in our dorm. Everyone was in there every night like, oh, dude. And then the thing with 3 was it had really cool multiplayer where guests could play. So as long as you had one Xbox Live account, like you and all your buddies could play online together, it was fucking insane. Truly a better time. Video games used to be better. No, they didn't. But man, Halo 3 had my favorite multiplayer. That'll just always be the case. I was never lucky enough to play 2 multiplayer. I heard it was basically the fucking Wild Wild West out there.
Check your targets, watch the crossfire. They're in standard formation, little bastards up front, big ones in back.
that like everyone used to just hack. Like you'd see players like fucking. Okay, there's my crouch button. You know what sucked too is when my brother's the whole reason we even played Call of Duty in our home. He bought Call of Duty 4 in like the $5 bin at Jewel, which is a grocery store for those of you not from the Midwest. And he played it all the time, and I was like, this doesn't look like a Halo. Why aren't you playing Halo? And he was like, this is fun too. And like eventually I tried it, and I was just like, what is this whole aiming thing? What do you mean I have to aim before I shoot something? Like it was insane. I was like, I don't wanna aim a gun when I shoot, so I was just really bad at Call of Duty for a while, all thanks to Halo, which taught me never aim, just shoot. But man, you gotta give the dev team that made 2 a lot of credit. They did everything we asked for. When you're playing Halo 1 and you go, man, I wish I could shoot the dropships down. Done. Kinda. You can't directly shoot them down, but you can shoot down their guns, making them useless, which to me counts. So no, you can't like directly. It would be cool if you could shoot it down before it dropped off all its people, but still. The other thing in Halo 1 we all said, we were like, why can't we dual wield? Done. They nailed that. Why can't the Master Chief have cooler armor? Done. Let's get a new Covenant enemy. Done. Let's learn who the leaders of the Covenant are. Done. Let's have the fight happen on Earth. Done. Like, they understood the assignment. But yeah, I mean, I liked Halo Infinite. But again, I played the story once. I 100%ed the map. I unlocked the jet. After unlocking the jet was useless, of course. And that was it, you know? And I was like, man, I wish the original Xbox recorded hours played. Because I played the shit out of Halo 1. For those of you that are new to the channel and have never heard this story before, because I've told it often on the channel, I had owned every console from the PlayStation era to the Xbox era for all major companies. So I play Halo. I play Halo for the first time. I have literal sweaty nightmares and dreams of playing it, and I'm like, oh my god, I need to play Halo, I need to play Halo. And I was like, Mom, I want an Xbox, I want an Xbox. And she was like, I'm sick of buying you these consoles, they're too expensive. Get a job and buy it yourself, or sell some shit you already have and buy it yourself. I then made probably one of my most regretful mistakes, because I wish I still had these consoles and games around now, but I went and sold my PlayStation 2, my N64, my Game Boy Advance, my Game Boy Color, my Game Boy Advance SP, my Dreamcast, and all the games for all consoles listed, and most of my GameCube games. If not for my brother, the GameCube would have gone as well, and he was like, nope. He had an unhealthy obsession with Smash. Melee. Still actually has it on his computer to this day, which he still plays. So the GameCube and a few games got to stay with. But yeah, all those gone. I had like 30 PlayStation 1 games, maybe 25 PS2 games, an ass fuck ton of Game Boy games. Boy, this is very reminiscent of 1, isn't it? Ships attaching themselves. Y'all really liked how Halo 1 started, and we're like, we're doing this for 2 as well. But yeah, I sold that all. You know, it was sad too. Like, my mom even was like, she obviously took me to the store and was just like, I don't understand. Like, you're giving him a lot of stuff that I've bought you over the years, and you're not getting much money for it. It all came to like $550, which got me the Xbox, Halo, an extra controller, and then I think I put the rest on a gift card.
Uh-oh. Hey, they're leaving the Athens.
Today, at the age of 35, I regret that decision, but let me tell you, I was fine for years. I did not care or miss any of those consoles or the games. To be fair, though, I played them a lot. Like, all those systems that I told you I sold, I mean, every single one of those games on there had to have close to 100 hours. Where am I supposed to go? Oh my god, look how that shit used to look. And we were like, oh my god, look at the graphics. Again, like in Resident Evil 4 Remake, why can't I do this? Hit a button and get the old music and the old game. It's silly. It's silly. Again, Xbox, what happened? I never, to this day, I still don't understand. Why was Halo ODST ever released? Like, what was that for? That was basically like Halo's Star Wars Rogue One. I don't care who gets offended by that anyway. I did not like Rogue One or Andor. I'm a big fan of the Space Wizards. You know, the whole reason Star Wars exists. Sorry for that controversial take. Oh yeah, we all know everyone's favorite part of the original movies was anybody not a Jedi or Sith, right? We found Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker incredibly boring, didn't we? And Yoda, Master Yoda was boring. Obi-Wan Kenobi was boring, you know. Most of Star Wars was boring, right? So they made Rogue One, and they were like, hey, no more space wizards. We'll just give you all the boring, regular-ass fucking humans. Right? That's what you all wanted? And really fucking weird, cringy nerds are like, it's one of the best Star Wars. In no way, shape, or form. Do I agree with that? Sure, maybe it's a well-written movie, but it's like Rogue One is literally a movie that answers a question that could be answered in 5 minutes. So how did we get the Death Star plans? You know, a few rebels band together and, you know, they infiltrated this base on a planet and they fucking got the plans, and then they flew off and delivered them to Princess Leia, and the rest is a movie that we've all seen. That's it. There you go. Rogue One. And then for some reason they made Star Wars Andor, and the same cringy nerds were like, oh, this is just so much better than anything Star Wars has ever done before. Like, it's so great to see a rebellion from the ground up rather than the elites up top. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the absolute fuck up. Yeah, man. Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker really spell out, you know, elite to me. Anyways, back to Halo now. That's what ODST felt like to me. I was like, wait, this is a Halo game and you're not the Master Chief? What the fuck why am I not the Master Chief? Did I really come down here for no reason? Is this broken? What is going on? But yeah, I mean, in terms of like what was being asked of this dev team and what was delivered, they should feel like heroes forever. Hey guys, so we're literally making a sequel to the game that put Xbox on the map. You know, no pressure. But if this game fails, the Xbox brand could go with it. And at the time of this recording, Xbox has not spoken yet on all the allegations of like all of their games going third party. I get it, like it's probably not good for Xbox to go away like Sega. But you know, it's like, what have they done to compete? You know, I mean, Nintendo is still there. Nintendo and Sony, of course, have very different audiences, so, like, I get it that it's not really a true competitor to Sony, but, you know, I don't know. It sucks what's happened to the Xbox brand. I refuse to believe any of those insane Twitter accounts. Like Colt, whatever the fuck his name is. I actually got into a fight with one of those paid accounts. Oh, our first encounter with the scarabs. Yeah, very annoying.
I'm going loud.
He was like, yeah, man, well, you like sports. So, like, why is it weird for me to like Xbox? Well, one is a fucking thing everyone of all ages likes, and the other thing is a kid's toy. I like video games. I'm 35, but I can admit at their core, video game consoles are kids' toys. And you've got dudes tweeting like AI pics of like children hugging Xboxes. Like, go outside. I have a family at least. So obviously I touch grass. I talk to enough girls to have a baby with one of them. But you? Going online? Telling me like, oh my god. Even if Xbox goes third party, they'll always be my number one. If they keep making consoles, I'll always support them. Also, these are just rumors right now. Like, people have to stop. There's rumors that, like, Starfield and a few other exclusives are going to the PS5. And it's like, even if they are, hey, PlayStation fans, you can skip Starfield. Okay, trust me, it sucks. It's fucking boring. I gave that game 12 hours of my life. I really tried. I like to like things, okay, people? I like to like things. It is infinitely more fun to enjoy shit. Even if it's not that enjoyable, but you're like, you know what, I can see the good in this. Like, it's so much more fun to be like that. Versus like, I'm gonna hate on this thing. Couldn't do it. Absolutely loved Outer Worlds. So I've loved games like that before. I'm lukewarm on New Vegas. I know that's like the magnum opus of those types of games. Outer Worlds was made, or at least directed and executively produced by like the same team that made New Vegas. So I went back to play New Vegas and I literally just felt like I'm playing a less good version of Outer Worlds. And I just mean that from the standpoint of like quality of life. Like, the game just did a lot of things that were way more just user-friendly. You know, like, shit was easier to navigate. God, this was the gun. This was the gun. If you knew how to use this gun in multiplayer, you were untouchable in Halo. Me? I like the battle rifle, okay? I like to pray and spray. And the battle rifle, it supported my addiction. We've spent way too much time not talking about Halo 2. I gotta tell you, this was... Halo 2 and 3 were just the game at every sleepover for me from like 7th grade to sophomore, junior year in college. Like, Halo was it, man. That's why I said, like, yeah, I sold a lot of shit that 35-year-old me definitely wishes I still had. Oh my god, my original fucking PlayStation? Oh my god. Games like Blasto and Gex, which, by the way, I don't even know if I'd be able to stream them. Is there a fucking capture card that has the original fucking VGA fucking shit in it? Like... God, this real... any video game that puts a real orchestra behind what's going on in it is just instantly made better.
Me inside your head now.
Yeah, the weird thing about Halo is that it's gotten, like, weird and sexual between the Master Chief and Cortana.
You don't want to know.
John, do you like my big blue blurbs?
Negative, Commander. Not against a ship that size. Not on your own.
You know, for all the love that, like, The Walking, or not The Walk, The Last of Us and, like, Uncharted.
Permission granted.
God, this is such a badass Chief moment. What else? God of War. Final Fantasy 16 was pretty narrative. Final Fantasy in general is pretty narrative, but, like, this was maybe the first real narrative experience in a game. Am I
I know
wrong?
what you're thinking, and it's crazy.
So,
We had never seen cutscenes like this in a game.
I like crazy.
We had never had... I was so engrossed in the story and lore of Halo. Like, you have no idea. I read a book. I literally read the Halo books. I don't fucking read. I've read less than 10 books my entire life. Go ahead, call me an uncultured idiot. I don't care.
What if you miss?
I won't.
I won't. Boy, oh boy, if those executives that made the Halo show could see the source material, they would see how fucking stupid it is. That Master Chief is constantly outside his suit. They should have taken a Mandalorian approach to Master Chief. You know what's special about him never taking his helmet off? Is you could put yourself in his shoes. Maybe a little harder if you're a girl, but... This was such a fucking he's him moment, like... Okay, the Master Chief is just one of, like, many Spartans. He's one of the last few left, but, like, what makes him really special? Well, on top of blowing up Halo... God, what a cutscene. What a start to a game. Motherfuckers will play Spider-Man 2, which is cutscene... timed action event. Hit this button at this time. Don't do anything. And we'll be like, this is the greatest opening to a game ever. And it's like, motherfucker, you're 12.
For a brick, he flew pretty good.
Chief, get inside. Gear up. We're taking this fight to the surface.
Like, that's insane. That whole start to the game, the opening cutscene, the level itself, that cutscene, then actually being on planet Earth for the first time in a Halo game. This is just, it's insane. It's insane what they did with this game.
Regret. Catchy. Any idea what it means?
Or is this Earth? This is Earth, right? Reach was the last defense, and then they got to Earth.
Regret the Corps just blew up our raggedy-ass fleet. Hoorah!
Regret is a name, Sergeant. The name of one of the Covenant's religious leaders, a prophet. He's on that carrier, and he's calling for help.
Immediate. Grid Kilo 2-3 is hot. Recommend mission abort. Roger, Recon. It's your call.
Oh, in this game, the fucking computer could drive the cars, too! Which is something else we asked for from Halo 1. God damn it. You know what? They weren't bad drivers either. I do remember, like, not hating it. If anything, the AI and the drivers in this game and the ones in Halo Infinite, they're not far off. And then this thing gets introduced, you're like, oh, fuck. God damn.
Wake up.
Shake it off, Marines. Clear the crash site. Go, go, go.
I swear to God, this is the level that inspired Call of Duty Call of Duty 4. Was inspired by this level alone. God, they introduced fucking... I will say, the first few levels of this game, I was just like, where's my battle rifle? I loved the battle rifle in Halo 1. Where is it? Because you don't see it for a few levels. I think it's in... It might be after this level. I don't think it's in this level. Cuddle up, Marines, Marines. Oh, man, it feels so good to be playing this again. It's such a video game. You know, so many games go for that fucking stupid level of realism that nobody asked for. Oh, you're breaking my immersion. Shut up. Are you really immersed in fucking Resident Evil 4? Or Final Fantasy? Are you immersed in a game with a giant walking chicken? Shut up. Sometimes it's fun to just let shit be a video game. Just look at fucking Doom 2016. Look at Gears of War. I mean, Gears of War is very much let it be a video game. Like, there's glowing blue boxes of ammo. Some games pull it off better than others, but, like, I like that Halo was like, we are a futuristic first-person shooter. And you are a fucking genetic, crazy, cyborged up fucking super soldier fighting aliens. That's what we're gonna fucking make the game. Like, how is he reloading these SMGs? There's a lot of logical fallacies in this game, but no one cares because you're having a blast and you know the game is doing what it's supposed to. That's all. People lately have been really hating on, like, the yellow paint in Resident Evil, and it's even a little bit in Final Fantasy VII. And it's like, hey man, can you just let us enjoy things? I promise you, it's not hurting anyone. If you really think it looks that bad and it's breaking your immersion, that's your problem.
Anytime you want more, mate, you know where I am.
Are we done with this part? Oh, there they are. This was nuts too, like, the fact that we were, like, on a planet. Halo 1 was all 100% on Halo, a floating space station. The first level in this game is a floating space station. And then bam. You're just like, nope. Now, we're on a planet. Shit rocks. Wait, yeah, no, this is... Fuck, I keep... Buggers heading on the rooftop. They're buggers. Buggers. I never got into the Halo Wars games. Strategic games were just not my thing. I tried them too. There was definitely an Xbox Games with Gold thing. They're also on Game Pass right now, if I'm not mistaken, too. I could try them at any moment. Oh, they were not fun. Oh, also, you could trade guns with your AI. Hey. Thank you.
Keep your eyes on the enemy.
Oh, don't worry, I will. Sorry, I've been playing way too much RoboQuest. Which, by the way, if you have an Xbox or a PC and Game Pass, download that shit right the fuck now. But that is why my gun controls right now are silly. This was also the only game, too, that I wanted to get better at. Like, I beat all... Halo 1, 2, and 3 I beat on Legendary. It's a fucking slog. But you just eventually get through it. Like, you get used to, like... Okay, here's where the enemies are. This guy's gonna fucking fuck me up from up here. This enemy's gonna... You know... It's like the same thing they do in all the FromSoft games, but you have no patience to learn them. Fuck you. A sniper like that. Oh, yeah. God, that felt good. Completely unrealistic that something like that would not have any recoil of you just holding it. Really? Man, they really milked this fucking first little part here. We'll call it an episode after this part. Wash Dad is tired. See, if I could shoot off that gun. It's hard. It's hard. It's much easier with a fucking rocket launcher. It's super... It feels super good when you do it, though. Man, hitting the Y button to switch guns right now just feels so unnatural. Are we finally done? Man, no, hunters come in, don't they? I replayed the shit out of this, too. I loved my Xbox, man. What was there? There was that other game I was obsessed with, Bloodwake. Bloodwake was cool. Fusion Frenzy, which was somehow a worse Mario Party clone than fucking Sonic Shuffle. It fucking sucked. But I fucking loved it anyway, because I was just an idiot that was like, ooh, I have an Xbox, let's play it. Can I rip this off, or is that a Halo 3 only thing? So that's a Halo 3 only thing, damn it. So we couldn't rip off turrets in this game. I feel like we could. No? Yeah, I must be going crazy. Yep. Wow. So the game on normal for me is like the game on easy pretty much. I guess we should have chose heroic. Sorry. Look at this fucking archaic ass no sprinting. Halo 3 had sprinting, right? Yeah, that was where they were like, okay. There's this Call of Duty game with sprinting. We should have sprinting. Alright, folks. That's it for episode 1. You'll get a lot more of this. This is it's a shame that this and none of the Halo series is in my top 5 or 6, but this is a good one. This is a good one right here. This is a good one. We're gonna beat the shit out of this game.